Yeah, getting a late start today on this channel. I already put a video up on Ouachita Mountain Living, but oh, there's Tilly under the shed. I see you. Did you want to come out and make yourself known? Well, I haven't seen these kittens for, well, I think the last time I seen them, day before yesterday in the evening. I haven't seen them since. And this morning, I filled both of those compartments with wet food, and I came out here a little bit ago to put liver in there, and half the food was still there from this morning. But now I see all the food is gone, but I don't see anything of these kittens. I'm wondering if the mama cat isn't taking them out and teaching them how to hunt. Now, I did see mama cat yesterday over here in this driveway because it's nice and shaded. We'll go over here and see if I can spot her. But, you know, I don't have any control over this situation. So whatever happens to them, happens to them. Oh, yeah. I just seen, yeah, she's got, there they are. See them over there in the driveway? That's what she's done. She's moved them over here. I see what you've done. You found a new place to rent, but you're still eating my food. Now, I don't know if you guys seen it. There was the one kitten, but the other two jumped in them weeds. They're probably living under that trailer. Nobody lives in there anymore. So I'll bet you they moved to that, but they know where the food's at. Yeah. Okay, I was just checking on you. She's pretty protective, so I kind of figured something like that happened. Anyway, I don't know what the hell I was going to say. Oh, I think sometimes in our life, I wouldn't say regret, we just wish we would have done some things different. There's Miss Tilly. Now, I was the oldest of three brothers. There's two younger ones. One of my brothers is a year younger than me, and another one 3 years younger than me. And I wouldn't say I was the best role model for them. Especially as kids, I got in trouble quite a bit. My youngest brother, he kind of followed suit with the things I did. I guess we all turned out okay. I just wished, you know, I would have been a little better of a role model. Now, the middle brother, he did his own thing. So he was more of the responsible one. I can't sit here. He was more the responsible one than I was, but if there's any time that I would like them to look at me and say that I was any kind of a role model, it would be now. You know, they're both doing okay, but they're both overweight. I know they're watching too. They need to lose weight. So if there's anything that I've done showing them that it can be done, and I quit drinking, neither one of them had any issues with that. Smoking, we all smoked. I think they're done with that as well. But the food part, this is where a guy my age, this is where it gets dangerous. If we don't get our weight under control by 60, yeah, you may not make it to 70. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. And I hope, you know, they're not any bigger than I was, but it's at the point where you start slowing down and you just got to start eating. You know, if you want to live, I don't want to be the last one alive. They're younger than me, not by much, but I don't. What did you do, Tilly? I don't want to bury them either. And I know a lot of people, it really doesn't matter what order you go in. I mean, there's no rule. Just because I'm older doesn't mean I'm going first. And there's no order. It's all on how you've lived your life, which I'm pretty amazed that I feel as good as I do because of the changes I made. I'm pretty amazed that I don't have lung cancer. I mean, I smoked heavy. I smoked heavy for 35 years, and I stopped in to get some nicotine pouches today, and I asked the girl, I seen my old brand, Marlboro 100s. I said, what's them pack of them things going for now? $11 a pack. I'm like, these people got to be crazy if they're still smoking cigarettes. I know towards the end I was smoking the cheap brands. I think that's what a lot of people are doing. You know, you got to be rich to smoke that name brand cigarettes. But if there was ever a video I wanted to make that was meant to address anybody, it's this one. I think that I've done well enough where they can see that, you know, even I could change. They probably thought a couple of years ago, oh man, we're going to be burying him soon. And I'm thankful that something clicked in me and made me turn around. I gave up the drinking, the smoking, and the overeating. That's what I call it, overeating. I was eating too much, eating the wrong foods. I just put up a big video on Ouachita Mountain if y'all want to see a video like that. But it just opened up my mind to, okay, what can I do next to make my life even better? And I think I'm complete there. I got my own place. Life's good. I don't need much. I just need a little, you know, health. If you've got your health, that's the main thing there, because then having good health opens up many more options for you. You can travel. I just went to Tulsa, what was that, 2 weeks ago? No problem. And the time I went before was like 8 years before that, and it was a 3-hour drive, and it about kicked my butt. It was hard on my back. It was hard on me. It just was painful. Didn't even faze me this time. Yeah, we know what you were doing. You were eating them solar lights. See what she does? She likes to interrupt, letting you guys know she's around. So I'm glad that I made the choices to regain I can't even say regain. Did I ever really have good health? I know I do now, considering the age I am, and here I am sitting out with these gnats again. So many interruptions. But it's never too late, I don't think, to make changes. A lot of people say, I'm 60 years old. I'm set in my ways. That's the biggest lie you tell yourself, that you're set in your ways. Nobody is set in your ways. We are given free will on this planet, and that doesn't have an age limit. I think human beings were intended to live a lot longer than what we actually do, and we have ruined that. You're going to start seeing people die younger. And 17, you know, for centuries, people were dying very young. You'd be lucky in 1820 to make it to 35 years old. You'd be lucky. You'd be old. And then we have gotten, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? You know, the maximum age we're supposed to be. Average, yeah, you. But we were getting it up to around 70, 75, the average age where you're supposed to croak. My grandmother lived to be in her 90s. It just depends on your lifestyle. But there was a video. I don't know if you guys ever watched that Appalachian channel or whatever, where he would go see that old man that was 95 years old, and that old man smoked like one after another. And he lived, I think, till 96. So it doesn't really... Some people defy the odds on how long they're going to live. I think it's anything, if it's anything, it's stress. And these gnats are getting under my hat, man. It's like I got fleas. If you have a lot of stress in your life, you're probably not long for the world. And you have to find ways to get rid of that stress. And I happen to believe a lot of this food that we consume nowadays, it puts the perfect ingredients in you that doesn't help with stress. So, man, I was just out here, and these gnats were not getting all over me like they are now. So we'll cut this short here in a minute. I'm sorry, guys. I've been interrupting everything I've been saying. But it's bug season. I call this itchy season here. And it's been late. The only difference is I don't see many flies this year, which is odd. Why we don't have flies? We didn't have that cold of a winter. But I haven't even busted out the fly strips. I did for like 1 week in the house, and I haven't seen any. I have never lived a year here without flies. I don't know. Oh, these gnats. But the gnats are making up for it right now. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. Stress, probably the number one killer of anybody today. And then the foods we eat. It's a greedy world, so these companies that process the food, that make the food, that want you to buy the food, they want the food to taste good, that gets you addicted to the food. That adds to it. When you add stress into being obese and bad high blood pressure, all of these things, it can't be good. So my advice to anybody today is look out for yourself first. Number one, even if this is hard to say, it's hard to think about. But you have to look out for yourself before kids, before your wife, before anybody in your family, because if you do not look out for yourself, number one, number uno, you ain't going to be there for them. And that does them no good, right? So you have to look out for you first. You come first before anyone else. It's like, if you have a vehicle, you want to make sure that the tires are all good, right? So that you could transport your family and get them to school and all these things. If you ignore the tires, one day you may be on your way and the tire blows up. It may harm your whole family, or it's going to cause you to be late for whatever you were taking them. Same thing with your body. You have to look out for yourself first. And you also have to like yourself first. Because if you don't look out for yourself or like yourself, how's anybody else going to like you? Those are usually the people nobody likes, is the ones that can't stand their own skin. That's just my philosophy for the day. But if my brothers are watching, and you guys tell them in the comments, tell them to show their big brother up. There you go. Happy trails.